I smiled and it was straight up yellow. It was disgusting. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm back with another Invisalign update. I know you guys have been waiting a really long time for this, and I'm really sorry for the delay. A lot of things has happened. It's been really crazy in my life lately, but I'm gonna get more into that later on. And I just want to say that I've been reading all your comments, and I think you guys are so sweet and so cute, and I'm really happy that you guys are enjoying my Invisalign videos, and I'm happy to be able to help. I know I was really nervous before getting my Invisalign, so I searched up a bunch of videos on YouTube, so I'm glad to be able to answer any questions that you guys have if you have any concerns. So today I'm going to do an update for you guys, but I also want to get into the pros and cons of Invisalign since I've had them on for almost a year now. And I'll also do an update on the what's in my Invisalign bag and let you guys know what I actually have used and what I haven't. But before we get into all that, if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on your notification bell so you never miss another video. You can also follow me on Instagram at @TheRealLaylaCoralie. And you can follow my hairdressing account, Cora Cuts. Okay, so let's get started. So today is April 1st, 2021, and I had an appointment on Tuesday. As you all know, if you've been following my Invisalign journey, you know that I go see my orthodontist usually on Tuesdays, and that's when I switch my new trays as well. And I switch mine weekly. So I had actually 2 appointments before this one, and I usually go every month. So I had 2 appointments beforehand, and they had given me a bunch of trays that I've already gone through, obviously. I'm actually almost done with my treatment, you guys. I'm so excited. It's been almost a year, and my orthodontist did tell me that it would take about 1.5 years. She said if I needed refinements, it might take a little longer, but lucky for me, I'm actually almost done. And she actually said I'm one of her best patients because I've been wearing my Invisaligns really well. So they've been tracking super well. And so the process was really quick. Some of her patients, they leave it out for a couple days, they forget to put it on, and she said it took a lot longer for them. And for me, she was really impressed with me that I was actually so consistent with my trays. And I think part of it is that I work from home and I'm always home. So for me, it's really easy. Whereas for someone who works in a public place, it would be a little trickier to always have to run to the bathroom, obviously, and brush their teeth before putting their trays back on after eating. And also with COVID nowadays, I know it's kind of gross. Like, I know personally, I wouldn't want to go to a public bathroom to brush my teeth and change my trays. I think it's kind of like nasty. So I'm actually really happy that I work from home. So yeah, it's been, if I count, it's actually been, I started I think last June. It's been 9 months already. So I'm pretty much almost done. I'm pretty sure by June or July, I'm gonna be completely done. She told me I have a few trays left just to close up some gaps that I have around here, but she said everything else is really good. The alignment is perfect, she said. My bite is pretty much closed. Let me get closer so you can see. And I'll show you some pictures of my teeth before so you can see what it looked like before compared to now. Huge difference. It's super straight now. And especially this tooth right here used to pop out like crazy. And that was the tooth that was bothering me the most. And I'm super happy that it's pretty much straight now. So I can actually smile in my videos and my pictures and feel super confident about it. So I'm super happy about that. The only thing that's been bugging me is the yellowing of my teeth. And that's just because of the glue. They also changed the location of my attachments. They used to be I think in the front here, also here, but they changed them. I think now I only have them, I think back here. I think they're only in the back now. But some glue stayed stuck when she was filing it down, and there's like yellowing. But she says once she removes the glue, my teeth are gonna go back to white again, so hopefully. Oh, and also, I don't know if you can see the cut that I have right here in my tray. There's a cut here, and back there, and I'm supposed to have an elastic going from here to here, like a rubber band, and that was supposed to fix my bite, but she said that my bite has been closing on its own without the elastic, so I'm probably not even gonna have to use them. Let me just show you my bite real quick. So it's looking really great and super happy with the results. We're pretty much almost done. She basically gave me one last tray until next month. And I'm seeing her again in May. I don't remember what date exactly, but in May I'm seeing her again, and then she's gonna give me my last set of trays. She said it's gonna be the last set, so fingers crossed. So this is the last one that she gave me for this month. She usually gives me a bunch to switch every week, but she said to just keep the one that I had on since last week and then switch to this one next week or the week after and just kind of like stretch it out until my next appointment. I'll try my best. I get really grossed out by like keeping the trays in for a long time, so I'm gonna try to keep them clean as much as I can, but I always soak them in my container with the cleaning crystals or Polident, so should be fine, and I brushed them and everything also. So this is my tray for next week and I guess for the month of April until my next appointment in May. So that's what I have. All right, so let's get into the pros and cons. So let's start with the pros. And I didn't rehearse any of this. I didn't write anything down, so I'm kind of just saying whatever pops into my head. So for me, the pros, I'm going to start off by saying that I love that they're invisible. So they're transparent and it barely shows. And no one really notices until I tell them. They don't really know I have anything on my teeth. And also I speak really well with them now. When I first got them, I had a huge ass lisp. I used to talk like this. And my boyfriend used to make fun of me because I used to sound like Daffy Duck. But I've learned to talk with my Invisalign. And actually now I'm so used to having the Invisalign on my teeth that I forget that they're there. I remember last time I was cooking, I was making pasta and I wanted to try it to see if it was al dente. And I put it in my mouth. I was like, oh wait, I have Invisalign. I totally forgot that I still have my trays in. I'm so used to them now. So I love that they're invisible, transparent, and they don't really show, especially now that they changed the placement of the attachment, it shows even less. Before, like with the attachments, it kind of looked like traditional braces where you have like the little, how you call those? The brackets, I guess, here. So that's what it kind of looked like at first, but now you can barely tell. In pictures, no one even knows, so that's number one. Number two, I love the fact that I can take them off and eat whatever I want. I know with traditional braces, the metal ones, you can't eat whatever you want. You can't have popcorn, you can't have caramel or caramel, however you guys pronounce it. I live in Canada, so I say caramel. Anything that's sticky, I think you can't have with braces. So I love the fact that I can take them off and just eat whatever I want and then just put them back on. Love how easy it is to clean my teeth. Again, I know with traditional braces, you have to really get in between the brackets, like the metal or wires, whatever you call those. You really have to get in between those. And there's like a special floss I think you have to use. I'm glad I don't have to deal with any of that. Number 4, 3, 4? I lost count. Anyway, the next pro is the pain. I experienced very little, actually to no pain. It was a little bit sore at the beginning. I don't know if you guys remember in my first video, the 24 hours that I had my Invisaligns in, they were, I don't want to say, not sore. Like it was more pressure than anything else. And again, I was taking Advils every 4 hours because I was trying to prevent the pain. I was afraid of feeling the pain that everyone was complaining about on YouTube. So I basically took Advil to prevent that from happening. So I didn't feel any pain, but I do remember feeling pressure and I had a headache the first day. So it's probably because they were like so tight the first time. But the next day I was fine. And after that, I just remember my teeth being sensitive. Like now, because there's not much movement going on anymore and it's really just for retention, they're not sensitive when I switch the trays, so I can eat whatever and it's fine. But at the beginning, when there was movement every week, they would be really sensitive, so I couldn't really bite down on like a piece of toast or anything too hard. It would be pretty sore, but not agony pain or anything like that. So I'm glad I didn't get any of that. I know with traditional braces, it really, really hurts. From what I've heard, I know a lot of people who had traditional braces and they said it was super painful. Even my own orthodontist, she had traditional braces and said it were horrible. And now she has Invisalign and she loves it. So it's definitely not as painful. I wouldn't even say it's painful compared to traditional braces. And also you don't get cuts in your mouth. I mean, I didn't, but it also helped that I used Orthowax at the beginning. Wherever it was like sharp on the plastic here, I would use the Orthowax. I don't know if you guys remember from my video, this one, the Orthowax. So I would tear off a piece and mush it like Play-Doh and just place it wherever it was sharp, so I wouldn't get any cuts or anything like that. I know you can also do that with traditional braces, but it's metal, so obviously it cuts more. So I remember a lot of friends who had traditional braces told me that they would have a bunch of cuts and ulcers inside, like canker sores, because of the metal that was scraping their cheek. So I'm glad I don't have to deal with that. What's next? I love the fact that I don't have to go in every single week to see my orthodontist to get them tightened, because I'm tightening them myself basically. Whereas with traditional braces, you have to go see your orthodontist. I said orthodontics. What the hell is an orthodontist? Yeah, with traditional braces, you have to go in every single week, as I was told, to have them tightened. Also, as I mentioned before in my previous videos, I think the reason why for me it wasn't as painful when I switched my trays is because I was switching it every week. For me, it makes sense because I feel like if you're switching it every week, you're not moving the teeth as much as if you were switching every 2 weeks. You probably have to push more, right? So I think for me, that's why they didn't hurt as much. And also because my teeth weren't, like they were crooked, but they weren't crazy crooked. I had a friend who had like overlapping teeth and everything, and mine weren't that bad. They were pretty crooked, you know, but I think the more crooked they are, obviously the more movement you need. And to me, it makes sense that it would hurt more the more you have to move the teeth. So I'm pretty sure that's why I wasn't in agony pain. I've seen a lot of people on YouTube who were like, oh my God, it hurts so bad. This is unbearable. I want to take them off now. I need Advil. It's making me nauseous. And that really scared me. When I watched those videos, I was like, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. But I really wanted straight teeth, obviously. So yeah, so I'm just letting you know that if your teeth aren't like crazy crooked, you'll be fine. Don't even worry. You'll be okay. So now for the cons. First of all, I hate the fact that I always have to clean and floss my teeth every single time I take them off to eat. That is super annoying to me. And obviously I will clean them. Like I have no choice. I'm not gonna like leave nasty ass bits of food in my teeth and then trap the bacteria with plastic. You know, so I do have to do it, but it's just annoying because I like to snack a lot. And I guess that's where the Invisalign diet comes in. A lot of people say that they don't eat as much anymore, they don't snack as much because they don't want to have to always go brush and then floss their teeth before putting the Invisalign back on. And again, I think because a lot of people work in a public place, you know, it's a little harder for me. I work from home, so bathroom's right there. If I want to snack, I'll just brush them again, whatever, brush them 5 times in a row if I have to. You know, but it is annoying. Trust me, it's super annoying. Number 2, I don't like that the trays stain so easily. So if I drink anything that has a bit of like food coloring in it, coffee. Oh my God, this one time, you guys are gonna laugh at me, but bro, like I was making Thai soup. I wanted to try making this Thai curry soup. And again, I forgot the Invisaligns were on my teeth. So I was like, oh, okay, let me taste the soup. So I kept tasting the soup. And I remember going to pee after that. And I looked in the mirror. I was so shocked. I smiled and it was straight up yellow, like highlighter yellow, neon yellow. It was disgusting. And it was embarrassing because I had to keep them on. I had just switched them too, by the way. So they were my brand new trays. I couldn't switch to the next one right away. It was too soon, so I had to keep them on. And at the time, it wasn't as strict with the COVID lockdown and all that, so I was still able to go shopping and then see some of my family. And if I wanted to take off my mask, obviously they would see my teeth. So it was super embarrassing. I would smile and then they would just see fucking like yellow ass teeth. Number 3, again with the yellowing, I hate the fact that my teeth turn yellow because of the glue from the attachments. My teeth were always super, super white. I always kept them super white. Pressed whitening strips and they were fine. And now like when I smile, see some yellow teeth and it really bothers me. Number 4, honestly, I really enjoyed this process. So I don't really have any other cons. No. If I think of something else, I'll say it after, but for now, like that's all. So I actually loved my experience and I'm lucky that it only took a year. A friend of mine actually has to have hers on for 4 years. So I guess it's different for everyone. The more crooked your teeth are, obviously the longer you'll have to have them on for. So I'm lucky that most of my teeth were pretty good and it was mostly like on this side that was pretty crooked. So I love my experience. It flew by for me. Like I said, I'm super used to having them in my mouth. I forget they're there and I don't feel any pain. It's been great. It's been great. So I definitely recommend Invisalign to anyone who is mostly home and don't want to deal with metal braces. I just want to let you know that it is a commitment. If you do get Invisalign, make sure you'll be consistent with changing your trays every week and keeping them in for a good 21 hours a day. You only have a window of an hour for every meal. Only at the end that you can kind of cheat a little bit. At the beginning, I used to actually time myself. Now that I don't need a lot of movements, I can cheat a little bit. So I'll leave them out a little bit longer and it's still fine. At the beginning, you really got to be consistent with it. So just make sure. A friend of mine couldn't keep up with it and she would always take them off. She'd go like 2-3 days without them. Eventually, she ended up getting metal braces. So if you think you're someone like that won't be able to actually consistently wear your trays, then I don't think Invisalign is for you. Because again, it is a commitment and you do have to do the cleaning. Don't skip on cleaning your teeth. Okay, so now let's get into my Invisalign bag and what I've actually used and what I haven't used. So since there's a pandemic and I haven't really been going out, I really haven't been using these often. As you can see, I used 3 of them already. I know at some point lockdown was over. No, I don't want to say it was over. I don't think it was over, but it was a little less strict because I think the cases were going down. So we were able to go do some activities. And I think it was in October where I went to this place called Pumpkin Inferno with my sister. And it was pretty far. We had to drive like a whole hour to get there. So I remember we ordered food before going to see the pumpkins. It's just like these jack-o'-lanterns and super cute, and they make like all these sculptures with it. I remember ordering food and having to clean my teeth obviously after eating to put back the Invisaligns on. So I did use this and my mouthwash, so that came in handy. I don't know where the wipes are, but I don't know if you remember, I had a roll of wipe tabs. So it's like these tabs that you wet and they become like a normal size towel. I don't know where they are, but I guess I haven't really used them. I did use them, like I said, that time when we went for the pumpkin thing. After that, well, I haven't gone out, so I didn't really use them. The painkillers I did not really use. I didn't even use anti-nausea either because I was fine. I only used the Advils, like I said, the first 24 hours, I think. I don't know if I used it the next day. I had to go back to see my video because I don't remember. But the gravel I did not use. I didn't feel nauseous whatsoever, so that was fine. I didn't need that. This I use all the time. All the freaking time. Because like I said, I bring this everywhere with me in the house because I have bathrooms everywhere. I have like 3 bathrooms in the house. So if I'm snacking, brushing my teeth like 5 times in a row. So super handy. Oh yeah, and I switched to bamboo toothbrushes now. I'm trying to be a little more eco-friendly. So I got rid of that. Remember the folding plastic travel toothbrush I had before? I got rid of that. I now have bamboo toothbrush. It's so cute. It's actually pink, my favorite color. And I just got the kid size one as a travel toothbrush. And I have the regular adult size one in my bathroom that I use. And this is my dental floss. Again, I switched to an eco-friendly option. This is bamboo floss and it comes in this little container. It's actually made of glass. So obviously it's reusable. And what I do is I just order these from Amazon. It's just a roll of floss. So it's a charcoal colored bamboo floss. It's minty and it works really well. It's soft. It doesn't hurt my gums or anything like that. So super awesome, you guys. And all you have to do again is just buy the refills and you have your little container there. And I think it looks so much cuter than those plastic floss anyway. So this is my floss now. I have 2 of these, one for my little Invisalign bag and the other one for my bathroom. So I use this all the time. Orthowax I stopped using a while ago. I only used it I think the first week when it was hurting me. My mouth wasn't used to the plastic yet, and then after that it was fine, so stopped using it. Guys, I barely use these. It's still like pretty much full. Just because again I'm always at home, so if I'm thirsty I'll just drink water if my mouth is dry or whatever. I think I did use it when I was out a couple times, but yeah, I barely used it. Our lip balm is super important. Again, trying to be eco-friendly, so I just have some Vaseline in a container. The balm I use like all the time. My lips are always super chapped, so the balm's good. I didn't even, oh my god. Yeah, I need to throw these. That is just gross. Okay. I never chewed on these gums. I'm gonna throw them out because it's like rotting or something. Like, look at that. Is that normal that there's like holes in it? Oh my god, this is disgusting, you guys. This is disgusting. Ugh. No, so I didn't even use gum. I didn't need gum, so these are going in the garbage. Disgusting. And I think that's pretty much it in my bag. So I hope that was helpful. I'll also update you guys in a couple months when I'm completely done with my treatment. But as you can see, it's going super well. And I'm super happy. Is it expensive? Yes, it's expensive. And I actually have a video talking about the price and everything. So if you want to go see that video, see how much I paid. But it is expensive, but it's worth it. If you really want straight teeth, I'm telling you, it's worth it. So before I end the video, I just have a little announcement for you guys. So I said a lot has been going on in my life lately. Most of it is obviously work, especially with the pandemic. They shut down hair salons and then reopened us a couple times. So last month we were shut down. So I was in quarantine for a whole month. And I just recently reopened and it's been insane, like insane. And I work by myself, so it's really hard. I'm already fully booked up until May, so crazy times. So there's that, but also, guess what, you guys? Yes, I am engaged. So my fiance proposed to me actually on Christmas Day, and I was not expecting it at all because I always told him that I wanted to be more intimate, just me and him. I'm not the type of girl who wants like this big show. I didn't want him to do it in front of like a huge group of like my friends and family. I just really wanted to be intimate, me and him. But he actually proposed in front of me and my parents. And that's because for Christmas, we couldn't get together with our family. So my sister didn't come over or anything like that. It was literally just me, my fiance, and my parents. We were exchanging gifts and my mom was unwrapping her gift. And then I just hear my fiance go, "Oh, I have a gift for you too." So I turn around and he starts like mumbling something. He actually started making a speech, but I couldn't really make out what he was saying because I think he was really nervous and I couldn't really tell what was going on. So me and my mom kind of looked at each other and we were like, what's going on, you know, like a little bit confused. But then he got down on one knee and we're both like, oh my god, it's freaking happening. And the funny thing is, typical him, when he opened the box, it was upside down, and I thought that was so cute and really funny. So I was like, oh my god, baby, like it's upside down. So he like turned it, but he was super nervous. But I was really surprised and super happy about it. My parents were super happy. My mom was like super excited. She took out her phone and started like recording, and she took some photos too, so I'll actually put some pictures here so you can see. I was in my pajamas and everything, so I didn't want to post those pictures on my social media. So the next day I decided to get all dolled up and I asked him to take some professional photos with me to post. Well, professional, it was like DIY photo shoot, obviously with my ring light and my tripod. So we did that and then I posted that. So yeah, it's been crazy because I've been busy with work, but I've also been busy planning the wedding. Because of the pandemic, we decided to keep our wedding very small. It's not that small, we're still 60 people because he has a lot of family here in Canada, whereas for me, a lot of my family are in France and England, Australia, Mauritius, a little bit everywhere. And the family that I have here in Canada, we're only like 25 in total. So on my side, we're 25, and on his side, only on his mom's side, they're 40. They're 40 something, and on his dad's side, they're 30 something. So we have to figure out how we're gonna cut it down because with COVID, we can't do such a huge wedding. So we're gonna do a total of 60 people, and hopefully they don't ask us to cut down more people. If they do, we'll have to cut down more, but we're aiming for 60 people. And we actually finally chose our date. We're gonna do it in August, so we're super excited. We want to get married as soon as possible because I want to get started on making a baby. And I've always wanted to be a younger mom. And of course, I'm already 27 years old, so not that young anymore. I always wanted to be like a 20-year-old mom, but that didn't work out. Obviously, I wasn't ready yet. So I want to get married as fast as possible. And obviously, like, our parents are more traditional, so they prefer us being married first before having a baby. If it was up to me, I don't know, I'm not as traditional. I wouldn't mind having a baby first and then getting married, but out of respect for our parents, our family, we will get married first. So we want to get married this summer. And since we're only inviting family, my plan is to later on, once it's safe enough, do a destination wedding renewal if possible and have all my extended family and friends with me there. So that's what's been going on in my life. Just wanted to give you guys a little update and let you guys know that I haven't forgotten about you guys. I'll try to post as often as I can and read all your comments and reply to them. So if you have any questions about Invisalign or hair or anything, do not hesitate to ask them in the comments and I will reply. So that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed this and I'll see you in my next one.